Mother. A word of blessing. Behind the word, there are lots of struggles, sacrifices, and untold stories inside. They are balancing their family and career at the same time. But this journey is not so easy to walk.
To be honest, it has been a roller coaster. It has not been so much fun as I expected it to be. First off, coming to the UK with a family to study is a whole lot of work. Getting an accommodation, getting childcare assistance, and having to do more of a lot of house chores, and then having to study. It's not been easy, to be honest. It's really not easy, but we have to do what we have to do. The main challenge I'm facing here is childcare. Childcare is really expensive to come by here in the UK. When I first got to the UK, my younger son was 2, and then he had to stay home for almost 4 months before any school was ready to take him on. And it being that he has been going to school back in my home country, I'm from Nigeria, and once a child is a month, a year, and 6 months, you can enroll the child in school. So I thought that would be obtainable coming here to the UK, but I don't have any family members here in the UK, just myself, my husband, and my 2 children. So childcare is really a big deal. It's really expensive. It's really difficult to come by, and then when you finally have to put a child in school, you either have morning plays or afternoon plays. The child is not in school for a long time. To be honest, I mentioned earlier, maybe if I was here alone, maybe I would have done better in academics. Honestly, I thought the university was going to provide some sort of support for people who are coming into the country to study with family, probably some kind of support for the children, and then it's not a lot of out-of-pocket spending for me as an international student. And at some point, I actually thought of dropping off the course, or I'm not even sure if I'm going to do so well at the end of the program, because by the time I'm ready to read and all, I'm already exhausted, running back and forth, taking a child to school, coming back, having to take care of family, having to read. And it's although the university has provided a lot of support when it comes to studies, they've really done their best in that regard. But being a mother with children, the expectations are really so much. My husband is financially responsible for everything, because I cannot support financially in any way or in any form.
It's a foreign country for me, and no relatives is in here, and my child is 5 years old. So there are lots of challenges I'm facing from different aspects, mainly from my study and career, as she is a child, so she needs more time from me. So and the childcare, these are much expensive in here, so it's really difficult for me to manage her and all those things related to her, and then as well as my study, and I can't give enough time to my job searching, and I have to think about where I can be, the timing and schedule and everything surrounding my daughter. So it's really difficult for me. The accent is different from actual British accent, so yeah, it's a huge problem. And my child also, as the very beginning, she was also struggling to get we adjusted with other children in her school, and also the communication. But now she is overcoming with the help of the teacher also. They are very cordial to her, so this is positive, I guess. When I went through the exams, so at that time I feel pressure because I have to manage her with her food and everything, and then as well as I have to pay attention to my assessment. So yeah, at that time. And last month we have our Ramadan, and most of our assignments was at that time. So in that case, I really felt a lot of pressure.
It's been not so easy being a mother in a foreign country without any family support. I'm a student and I have to raise my son. I have 3-month-old baby, so I have to look after my son, and then I have to prepare my study, my personal work, my other work. Even I can't work right now because of my baby, and I have lots of pressure to take because I have to do my class, I have to do my assessment, and sometimes it's like lots of mental pressure, I think. Sometimes it feels that it's too much hard to live, to balance all of my work together. But sometimes I feel that yes, I'm blessed. I'm a mother, and my son is my strength, my power, and of course, being a motherhood obviously a blessing for a woman. In that sense, I'm enjoying my motherhood. But the pressure I'm taking, I think I can overcome the pressure. It needs lots of power, lots of endeavor to deal with. But yes, I'm trying to deal with this lots of difficulties and challenges I'm facing. Some mothers live here, but their children live in their homeland.
I'm here for 4 months, and my baby is back at home with my in-laws and my parents. And it was too difficult for me to left her there and come. We have planned we will get her after 1 month, 1 year or something. But we had met with a situation when I came here, my in-laws and my parents started showing her this tablets and the children cartoon like things, and she got so influenced with that and got addicted with the screen, and that made her a bit problematic with her behavioral situations, because she was talking too much in 10 months when she was 10 months old. But later, when she got addicted with the screens, then later she stopped talking. Her attention was completely into the screens, and she couldn't explore. She couldn't achieve the milestones she wanted to achieve at the age of 1 year. So we just show her to the child development. So the treatment was going on nowadays, and most probably I'm going to get her by the next month.
Even some mothers are here totally alone, without any family support.
So for me, I look after quite a high proportion of ethnic mothers. Probably around 50% of the women in my caseload are from an ethnic background which isn't white British. Some of them may have come from another country during their pregnancy or during their life. Others were born in the UK, but their parents or grandparents were not born in the UK. So I look after quite a wide, diverse ethnic background variety. It can vary a lot in Liverpool place to place. Certain areas are more white and certain areas are more diverse. So the area I cover is quite diverse. I think already pregnancy is a big mental and physical strain. There's lots of changes to the body, increased tiredness, and then especially if it's a first baby, thinking about caring for another human that you've never had to do before. Already it's quite a mental strain. And then when you add on other stresses in the life, like a studying or a high-powered job, it adds another pressure. So I think It's quite common that patients may experience anxiety regarding their birth or their studies. Some can also experience depression. So I would say those things are more common in people who have more pressures outside of the pregnancy, like studying or social pressures as well. Maybe they don't have much support around them, or maybe their family lives far away, elsewhere in the UK or abroad. I would say for those patients, often they would struggle more mentally than someone who isn't studying, hasn't got as much pressures around them, and is just focusing on the pregnancy.
Yeah, I think it depends on the individuals really and how much support they've got. Some families that we see that come from overseas to study might have the wider family with them. Others may come over as a single lady, may become pregnant while she's here and studying, and obviously that has a huge impact then on her own mental health.
Still, mothers are strong enough to deal with such difficulties.
To be honest, motherhood is a blessing. It's encouraging to know that you have little ones, who are looking up to you. And basically, I think I came on this journey, on this master's journey, because of my children. I wanted it to be them to have an idea that women are not just supposed to be, in the kitchen, cooking and taking care of, family, and that. And I have boys, so I don't want them to feel that it's just a man's world. It's only a man that can get a corporate job or can make decisions in the corporate world. That's the major reason why I decided to take on this journey and add to education, add to my education, and also be a big player out there. So it's majorly to help my children see a different light about women. It's not that women can do what a man can do, and sometimes better, because a lot of men cannot multitask. But look at me now. See, I'm having this interview. I have this one disturbing me. I have to work. I have to read. I have to do all sorts, and that's for me is a major strength for women, and we are really blessed to have such.
And yes, mothers are heavenly empowered, which cannot be defeated.